and us not being able to work with what we've got. But is where it is, man. What else are you lot saying? Charlie, don't believe me. Like, guys are doing the spamming thing, man. Man are saying he's like medical. How? Can't lie, I'm hopelessly looking for any Arsenal news, people. Man are becoming accountants for wages saved, you know. I know watching football to gas up say wages being saved. I hear it. Take me back to the January window of what Mertesacker, Benayoun and all them guys, man. Appreciate that. Big up Aubameyang. Hopefully he does his thing, man. Gotta go watch him at the new camp, man. Hey, Barcelona needs to see me again. Barcelona's a great place to be chilling and them thing there, man. Should have a look at Sky Sports, people. Small hope. Small hope. Well, Dembele to stay at Barcelona. Chelsea are interested in a summer deal. Brighton signed some man. Target has joined Newcastle. Spurs have loaned out Ndombele, Lo Celso and Brian Gill to go with Dele Alli completing his move allegedly to Everton. He's undergoing a medical ahead of a move that could cost up to 40 million quid. City have, they don't even need a striker. They've signed a striker who will be staying at River Plate. They've signed Julian Alvarez from River Plate. He's an exciting player who we spoke about. West Ham tried to get Darwin Núñez. They saw nowhere about that. As you know, Liverpool already have Luis Diaz, and they look set to complete the signing of Fabio Carvalho. He'll go back probably to Fulham on loan and help them with their promotion chase. Who knows? I don't even know. Maybe Liverpool will say if they get promoted, you'll stay for another year, and then after that year, complete a move and whatnot. Shout out Ericsson, because obviously he's gone to Brentford, and it's nice to see him kicking ball again. But as for Arsenal, we've got a goal. We brought a goalie. We brought a centre half. He won't get to see them until the summer at least. Armani Richards has gone as well. To be fair, he wasn't getting much first team football. My man said first, you know what I mean, by playing much for the under 18, so it probably has to keep it moving. Man said scenes when Aubameyang's saved salary scores the goal to get us top 4. Gotta love Arsenal fans, dark human, man. Aaron Ramsey at Rangers, this is crazy, I mean, I'm just looking at football in general. You think I'm still looking at Arsenal news? I'm just looking at what's going on in football in general. Don't forget, 10 a.m. on Twitch, people will be reviewing the transfer window in general, people. So yeah, be nice to talk about other football. What do you mean? Boy. Not even much going on in the world of other football, really and truly. Boy, imagine we do fax machine. Why not, man? I don't know. Might have to bring Wilshere. Would you have taken Dele Alli? No. Man said Arsenal haven't announced Trusty. They're ashamed. There's a tribute video for Aubameyang. I'm not watching that if it's on Arsenal official thing, man. They better give my man. Well, this is going to be a nasty exit, isn't it? I think that'll be the only time Arteta will speak direct and clear about Aubameyang. He was a great servant. this and that to the club. That's about it. Farewell, Capitan. Boy, it is what it is. Raw, and while this has been going on, raw. Pochettino, bring it. You can take the man out of Tottenham, but you can't take the Tottenham out of the man. The French champions are knocked out of the Coupe de France in the last 16. Raw. PSG will not compete in the final of the Coupe de France for the first time since 2014. Wait. Peak. Stone that is rejected by the builders will become the chief cornerstone. Trust. DG, where do you see us finishing now? You can finish as high as 4th if you want it. You could finish as low as 8th, 10th. It's what you lot want to. It's what these boys want to do. Man said that Bamian's just going to get that club statement tweet. I mean, we heard the state, Patrick. We heard it first time, man. We get it. Philosophical done. I get it. We get it, man. Just proof Arteta can't handle anyone with attitude. To be fair with you, it seemed like Arteta was defending him until this happened. Then he's like, I can't put up with this. I mean, can go big in the summer, but how much is the rebuild reset by getting Europe, whether that's Champions League, Europa League, or not? It's seeming like there's an opportunity to, I wouldn't say skip 2 steps, but you have an opportunity to positively make your journey easy. And it's like we still just want to go, rather than skip that step, we still want to go through this. So fair enough, man. Looking forward to seeing Akinola play men's football in Dundee. I think his skill set suggests he'll thrive, man. He's tough in the tackle and things like that. As you said, hopefully he thrives and does his thing. We're at 176 likes. I appreciate that, but can we get to 200 people? We're so close. What, so far? Pardon me. Arsenal fans kill me. Man, we're being detectives about cars. Man, we're doing, because, Edu is drinking a bottle of wine or a glass of wine that he must have signed off on a signing. But Liverpool strike late agreement with Fulham over 8 million Fabio Carvalho transfer. He's waving, man. He's going to go off to do stuff. I think that me and Ray nephew have a serious date today still. I don't know why people are saying he's doing a medical, man. If you don't see official thing saying Isaac's doing a medical, then don't play yourself, man. Unless someone does an odd and wingy move, nobody be near our club tonight, boy. How are you feeling about the schedule out there? About 5 tricky fixtures, but all winnable. We can get, if we get, I think it's saying 36 out of the available 51. I think it would get us into the Champions League. I mean, and in theory, yeah, that's all ifs and buts. But every game is very different. I can't really comment until I see us how we're playing on the day. And as you know, you never know what Arsenal's turning up. And this is why I said Arsenal have done well to claw their season back from what it looked in August. But if you don't want to go on and get Europe, you can do it. If you don't and you take shortcuts, you're not. It's all up to you. This is a pivotal moment. Only they can know what direction they want to move in. And I said it months ago. I don't want to be talking about but that November was wavy though. But if we we had the most away wins, we got the most losses, we're the best team since this year. How Arsenal fans like to manipulate the table apart from the one that matters. And that's a problem with Arsenal fans. According to whatever one you talk about, someone's ridiculously negative or someone's positive to the point where it becomes negative because you're just living in la la land, man. Like you're smoking something very strong. That's like that sometime. 3 more minutes of Arsenal need a goal. And Nketiah is woman. Man. Nketiah, I hope to see a purple patch, man. And I mean, you know what? Alexander, man, let me see our fixtures. bearing in mind off the top of my head, you still got to go to Crystal Palace, which was a tricky game at the Emirates, but is going to be tricky at Selhurst Park. Still got to go to Wolves, who no one, not I would say when I say no one, I think the footballing world aren't speaking about. You know, still got to play Chelsea, still got to play North London Derby, still got to play United, still got to play West Ham again. Still got, we should be beating promoted sides, but as you saw with Fulham last year, when it gets to a certain point of the season, it's tricky. Wait, let's look at the fixtures, man. You know, end of the day, 17 games left. Whatever narrative these boys want to paint, they'll paint. Wolves away is tricky, very tricky. Starts next week. Brentford at home, you should be winning that, should be getting revenge. Watford away, in theory, is not as easy, should be beating them, but they've got a new manager. They're fighting for their lives. Leicester, again, we beat them at their place. Boy, it's a tricky one. Last year, we got ourselves handed to ourselves. Aston Villa, that's very tricky away from home. I can't convince him. Out of all of these fixtures, I'll be real. I can't say whether we'll beat Wolves. I hope we win. I'd say, I don't know. I could see us dropping points or drawing. I hope to be wrong. I'm answering honestly. I believe we'll beat Brentford, but then we drew against Burnley. So I don't know. If they deploy a low block and we can't break it down, they're a more street smart team than us. Spanners could be put in the works. So I could say that's probably where you need to be getting 6 points, but home fixture against Brentford. I think we'll do a job against Watford. Again, that's a game you should be winning. I don't know if you're going to beat Leicester. I don't know if you're going to be able to handle Aston Villa away from home. I don't know what's going to happen at Selhurst Park away from home, which has been a bit of a brazy one. Brighton at home, you should be winning that. But I've seen, Brighton are villains. St. Mary's is a game you should be winning. I don't know what's going to happen there. United at home, again, you played well at Old Trafford, but you didn't walk away with 3 points or a point after getting there. So I don't know. We had a crazy game at London Stadium last year. I don't know if you can move to West Ham. You've seen West Ham play superb and poor this season. I don't know. Liverpool, they got put. It's a tough, difficult place to go to. Liverpool found it tough. You should be beating Leeds respectfully at home. You should be beating Newcastle, but again, they're fighting for their lives. I don't know what's going to happen there. You should be beating Everton. And then obviously you've got these games that are rescheduled for whatever reason. You've got Wolves at home, Spurs and Chelsea away, Liverpool at home. So boy, out of all of that, games Arsenal are weird. We could beat, I'm going to talk into existence. We could beat Liverpool and lose to Brentford, but I expect to beat Brentford. I expect 6 points from Brentford and Watford respectively. If you're serious, that's 6 points. All the others, you need to you need to go and fight to these teams. It's the business end of the season. But boy, all of these grounds are tricky. Spurs went to Southampton on the best of days this season and found it tricky. We find it tricky there. Boy, I think you should be getting 9 points here. I think that should be turned into 12 against Newcastle. Realistically, I think you should be getting 15 against Everton. Boy, I can't. But half of these ones, I can't. I just think I'm just saying you should. I can't convincingly sit there and say we should be doing this. I don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. Consistency is key. I don't know what team we're going to be able to put out at Wolves. God forbid there could be injuries for the Brentford game or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. So, boy, great question, and it got the creative juices flowing, and it was a good sentiment. It's a good breakaway from this transfer stuff. I appreciate that, Alexander. But boy, decisive period of the season, it is what it is. They've got to put up or shut up. You've got to do it now, innit? People have to stand up to be counted. These young players, if they want to be in Europe, they've got to win games. The experienced players that are going to be here, or people that want to put in a good performance to go and get moves elsewhere, they've got to go and do it now. Many points from our remaining games. But let's see, man. And remember, for all them games, we have to, again, all the games we went through, we're assuming that the same players, or obviously different players, but we're assuming everyone's going to be on it. There's going to be no injuries. There's going to be no suspensions. And it's all, as football, as you know, Spanish can be in the works. Burnley, low block, deep unit, couldn't break them down. What happens if we play Watford, Everton, or whatever teams that are fighting for their lives and they're galvanized? What if we switch off for the first 10 minutes at one place and then after what could have been 3 points is now a draw? We don't know what's going to happen, We do have off days, we can't assume things are gonna happen. boy. Better be some big transfers in the pipeline, considering Aubameyang going and that's saving us 25 million. I'll be shocked if we don't. Spy the right players, man. Spy the right players, man. We've seen players bought for big money do well here, players bought for big money and flop. Spy the right players, man. Because it seems like when we're spending big outlays, you know, even Aubameyang's tenure, we never really played to his strength. We never really created Aubameyang chances, you know. It seems like we buy someone and then work it out. And I think we've done that with Aubameyang. I think we've done that with Lacazette. Quite different, but I think we're trying to do that with Partey. We've done that with Xhaka. Obviously, Nicolas Pepe's there. When we spend significant outlays, it's like we just try and work. We buy the player and think it all figures it out. That's why I was so happy with last summer to a degree, because I think we should have signed a midfielder. I felt there was a need. You could see how players, you know, the Ramsdales, whatever, even down to squad players like Tavares, you could see how people were tying in. But it is what it is, isn't it, really? I mean, if you're still letting out, disappointed, but no one would say upset. I'm looking for 36 from that. That gives us 3-4 L's and a handful of draws. Hope so, man. You know, if you can't win, don't lose, and this is what these players are gonna do. And this is, you know, we've got to remember this is the point where other teams are gonna be playing and whatnot. So we're gonna probably need our rivals to drop points. And this is what makes the 2 points against Burnley, you know, not being, you know, the 2 points dropped against Burnley from an inability to break down that low block, from being switched off and having an off day, Crystal Palace at home, from not being in the game from the start against Brighton. And on the face of it, you know, we're lucky to walk away with a point. But if you turned up because you've taken all three, to not hold on to a win against Everton, who at that time were poor, and we didn't win at Goodison Park the year before, so not learning from mistakes. We don't travel well to Old Trafford. We've won the league there. Of course, I had to do it. But in the last 18 or so years, we've probably got 2 wins there off the top of my head in the league. You know, we took the lead, forgive me if I'm wrong, against United, and then we messed up. And at some point, we still were going to walk away with a point, but we switched off and we did things like we were not following we were letting players like Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, their games are based on movement or attacking, being in attack on third. We're showing naiveties of not understanding these players, not understanding when you can't win, don't lose. This is what makes these things costly. Of course, you're going to drop points. You can't always be at. I'm just saying, you know, you've got to look at where we've dropped points, where other teams drop points, the games we've got, what they have, what we have, and all the other variables in between. That's the only way to get top 4, top 6. We're getting into that point of the season where you've got to start not just preying what people are doing, but looking to the left, because now there's ramifications, serious ramifications, as we've seen. You know, if we got 3 points off Burnley, United got 6 points before the Premier League team got locked off. Spurs dropped some points against Chelsea, but before that, they grinded it out against Leicester. You're seeing what it can do. You can start to move away from people and things like that, or you can fall behind. It's not an time to panic, but do you get it? So you're going to have to see, man. You know, we've got 18 players, 18 players, 17 games left. So let's hope everybody's fit. Let's hope it all works out for us, man. Let's hope we do it, man, really and truly. But it's put up or shut up now. There can be no excuses. There can be nothing now. This is the playing squad. Transfer window's done in 16 minutes. It is what it is. Simple as that. This is what's available. This is what you've got to run with. Simple as that now. 200 like hype. Unfortunately, we're not going to get there, are we? Aye, thank you if you've hit the like button. 205. God bless you, lot, man. And this is assuming that we're not going to drop point. You know, what if, same way we went on an unbeaten run, what if another team goes on an unbeaten run that we're fighting? You know, you look at it, Tottenham, Arsenal, United, West Ham, there's been purple patches of sorts. There's been times they've been all these teams have been scumming it through. And there's been some times where they've dropped stupid points, you know. Now somebody's got to walk away. How many years have we seen top 4 doesn't necessarily mean that it's the top best teams. You know, typically there's 2 places where everyone's just been smelling up the place and playing poor, but you know, certain teams have been worse than others, and certain people have put on a little run of form. You know, look at when United did it under Oli and got all the way to second. There was a point where Liverpool, testament to them, they had injuries, didn't even look like they might not get top 4, you know, found their way back into it last year. You know, the year we missed out by a point and got Europa League football, I always say it weren't really a point, because again, how many dumb points did we drop going into games? You know, the devil is in the details. People don't like to look back. People just deal with whatever happens. And a lot of the way we play and a lot of the problems and stuff, we're consistent with it, poor on the transition, too easy to run through our midfield, inability to break down low blocks, left-hand centric, switching off defensively. Some of our players, and definitely collectively as a team, we've been doing the same things. The problem is, it's only when we've not had a window that we would have liked that people want to sit down and hear these things. Football is very emotional. Can't do nothing. It's not that I'm saying accept it, but it is what it is, man. No point pulling your hair out if you can't. We can't make any decisions. It is what it is. Just have to just get behind the team and do the thing. I don't know why we didn't put a bid down for Bruno Gomes. Maybe the funds weren't there. Definitely, and you look at the outlay to be paying his wages and all of those things and his advisors and all these other ones. Very easy, man. At least, but at least Aubameyang got a dream move. I say he always wanted to play for Real Madrid or Barca. So go do your thing, man. I mean, Lucas Perez has joined the new club. At least some Arsenal man's got a move. Right. Check the market close and come on. David Ornstein said Aston Villa want to keep Douglas Luiz and tie him down to a new long-term contract. Apparently, Aston Villa turned down three bids for Douglas Luiz in the last week of Jam window, most recently on deadline day. Apparently, City still have a sell-on clause, but their buyback clause has finished. So again, sometimes things like that makes the difference between signing someone. But yeah, man, summer should be interesting because obviously, I don't know if you're gonna buy any of these, but Basuma's contracted until 2023. Telemans is. I'm definitely missing out one name, and there's probably some strikers is on the list. Jonathan Panzo has left Forest. Ain't quite worked out for him, has it? Yeah, man. So Douglas Luiz again. He's got admirers, it says, of both Arsenal and Newcastle. 3 bids have been rejected. David Ornstein doesn't elaborate anymore if they're Arsenal deals. Seeing what else is there. All right. Bro, Everton signing Billy Krillin from Fleetwood. Palace have signed a striker. So yeah, man, you ain't Aubameyang's left for free and Ketia left for free, leaving for free in the summer. Stoke have signed Josh Marja. Ramsey got a move. Right, Jeff Hendrick is in talks to join QPR on loan from Newcastle. Right. Brighton have signed Benico Baker, former West Ham lad who went to Porto. It didn't bang. See, it doesn't always bang for man when they go abroad, man. Good move by Brighton, though. Nothing else, really. Nothing else, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. You think Arteta's trip was to evaluate this trusty kid? Probably just to talk business, man. Probably just I don't know, man. Maybe to beg for some money to get finances, but to complete, to get the finances to complete deals. But boy, Dan Burn to Newcastle, so he's a local lad. Good move for him. What's the time now? 11 minutes. Why on earth would we let players go when we lack in that position? Silly judgment, boy. Don't know, man. At this point, we're looking like a watered down version of Man City who needs a striker. We're definitely not, because City can score still, City are scoring shitloads of goals. They defend very well. And when you've got the players of that caliber, when you can turn towards a Mahrez or a Raheem Sterling or a Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden, or I know he hasn't been too productive, but Grealish and Gundogan, and Gab Jesus, who isn't really productive, or anyone else I've missed out, you don't necessarily need a striker. We haven't got that. And half of them players are in their final form and very street smart and things like that. We haven't got that luxury. Our young players contribute, but we can't say, we Saka and that should be aiming for 10 goals assists. We can't in our heart say they're going to be in and amongst that. I think you're selling us. I hear you. You're not wrong in the angle you're coming on, but yeah, man, just the sentence. But we ain't no watered down Man City. We're just binges. DG, another banging show. I was at Arsenal yesterday looking to buy kits. Walked out empty-handed. Our club is about money, and more money. Fans are the ones that suffer. I think you're saying. Surely a midfield and striker, but you know what Arsenal can be like. It is what it is. Martinelli up front and Saka and Pepe is our best chance at scoring and putting away chances right now. To be honest, might as well run something like that, man. We had the chances to beat Burnley. I think that's why there's so much frustration. A better striker than Laka puts that chance away and it's 3 points. That's the harsh reality of not investing. That's true, but for me, I hear that. But for me, I don't know if it's just me, but for me, it just feels like we always just remember that one chance. And I've said it, Laka should have scored. He's shown why he's not clinical, but it's like we should be creating them chances 3, 4, 5 plus times a game. Why are we just waffling? On one hand, yeah, he should have scored, but if we're just waffling about that one chance, are we creating enough? Really? And they play devil's advocate. We know Lacazette isn't clinical, so should we create more? Would you sell Xhaka for 15 mil to someone like Everton? Well, not with 9 minutes left of the window, broski, no. In the summer, he's someone that I would say could go for the right price. Barca does not plan to announce the signing of Aubameyang tonight, as the striker will terminate his contract with Arsenal, and tomorrow he can sign as a free agent without any problems. Before Barca can make the announcement of Aubameyang signing, Arsenal must take the termination of his contract officially. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but I don't know if this tweet is true. And again, context is key. And it shows you how crazy Arsenal can be. Want to hear something funny, but also rather tragic? We've taken the exact same number of points this season compared to the corresponding fixtures last season, despite the fact that we aren't in Europe and we're out of both cups in mid-Jan. But again, stats can be manipulated. Whatever narrative you find, again, I'm just calling the info. He said, I swapped out Brentford for Fulham, Norwich for West Brom, and Watford for Sheffield United, the 3 relegating teams. Our goal difference this year is at +8. We've improved defensively and offensively. Last year for the same fixtures, it was +12. Right? So we have the exact same number of points and a -4 goal difference, despite not having to worry about. Boy. And there's also that. And again, as you can see with this interaction here from them people, you can manipulate stats any way you want. So yeah, man, I'm just showing it to you. I'm not telling you what to think or peddling any agenda. I'm just showing you the tweet. Barca do not have to register Aubameyang before midnight tonight in Spain. The striker will terminate his contract. His contract at Arsenal and can sign as a free agent tomorrow. He will sign for 6 months with the option of another year. Maybe Wenger knew something when he said this was going to become the future. Maybe Wenger knew something was fishy. Or maybe he knew Arsenal was up to that end in that regard. Boy, I say end this window, man. Most deflating transfer window in time. 6 minutes left, people. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left of this window. Appreciate you lot support throughout the whole of January and just in general your support for the channel. Just wish we could be gassed about some signing or something, man. But hopefully we can have an optimistic summer, innit? But the beat. Newcastle and Liverpool are winners of this window, respectfully. I'd say Spurs as well, really. They got some decent. In fact, if I really sat down, there might be some more than that. Yeah. City are top of the table. There's that as well. Todd Cantwell to Bournemouth on loan. Good move for him. He needs to play football, but bloody hell. To be fair, given how Arteta has shelved him, Pepe can be like a new signing. Agree, Ari, the one chance versus Burnley, but tight games need a quality player to differentiate. You're right, Charlie. But to play devil's advocate, if we're sat here, just on the sentence you said, yeah, if it's a tight game against Burnley, where they came to sit back and stuff, if we've made it a tight game, surely that negates to the point where we're not scoring and doing enough in that regards. But you're right. But at the same time, Charlie, that's my point. It's like, how vexed can I get, at Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah and all these guys? If we know they're not prolific, at some point we need to stop. I have to stop getting. I can't expect certain things of certain man because I can talk about if you did well or not, but if you can't do it, how can I? At some point, I'm making myself angry. You're not picking yourself. You didn't put yourself in this position, and we love putting people in boots they can't fill at this club. We never delegate properly. Squad players always become regulars and all of these sort of things. I don't know, man. You think Beref can play some minutes for the first team? We might as well blood some of these young players, let them get some experience and that. It's going to be a madness. Personally, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Club deserves everything coming to them. I mean, I hope that despite all of this, it's a valiant effort and we somehow still get top four and things like that with the squad we've got. Nothing set in stone, but we can't say that we've managed to come out of the window as losers from us. From a footballing point of view, we have lost. We haven't brought in quality and we've made the squad depth weaker, regardless of if we feel players should go or not. Haaland and Gavian coming in 6 minutes. Hope so, man. Man said blow the whistle on the window, ref. Hey, got to think. At least the Rams are in the Super Bowl. I mean, I hope Pepe can do a thing, but again, Pepe's inconsistent. To be fair, he's the second half of the season. Ronaldo, really, R9, really. Top four is a pipe dream, but between, we can't just pack up and give up, man. Man, have to try something. And even with Lampard now at Everton, how far is the Dominic Calvert-Lewin rumours at Arsenal going to go? Because is he going to let him go in the summer? Don't forget, people, we go live at 10 a.m. tomorrow on Twitch, where we'll be reacting to Arsenal's transfer window. Not much I can say about that, but talking about football more in a broader context, which, Lord knows, man, I'd rather just talk about other people doing things. Bumpy ride. We've been in a bumpy ride, man. Strap up, man. Might as well put the Henri statue up front. I bet you beat Lacazette in a race. All right, thank you lot for being here. I know I don't like to use the word depressing in it for obvious reasons, but it's stressing it. It's deflating, really. The most exciting thing has been is Aubameyang going or not. Obama Wingy and them things there, and he's busted. Man couldn't wait to get out the club, calling my money grabber, ripping up his contract, flying out there. He's like, forget you lot's playing. I will pay my own trip plane ticket, getting a haircut, fresh haircut. Man couldn't wait to get out there, That's been the most exciting thing in this window. In hindsight, really. Well, on deadline day, apologies. But it's more exciting than Football Manager, really. I mean, I hope Pepe starts banging, man. I mean, that was an angle I thought we would have went down as well if we maybe would have looked for a winger that can score goals and that. But ain't happened, does it really? Well, it's not really. It just hasn't happened. It is what it is, man. Appreciate you lot for being tuned in. DG, would you take Peak from Barcelona? Decent, but probably not exactly what we need. 2 minutes left of the window, people. A minute. Hey, who knows, man? There might be something. There might, never give up. Stimani cancelled his contract. We must be able to get him. Oh, just as I said that, he's actually cancelled his contract at Lyon and signed for Sporting. Not that I want him on the serious though, people. 1 minute left of the window. And a window that started off with, it actually started off with Ronaldo and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, quickly turned into Arthur Melo. Telemans was rapidly dominated with Vlahovic. Ends with Aubameyang leaving for free. The squad depth being weaker, no centre mid, no striker for whatever reason. It is what it is in these 17 games. What we've got 18 players now, 17 games left. It is what it is. And with that, that's the end of the window, man. My most upsetting thing is Daily Doosan. How could I forget you had Douglas Luiz as well, rumours? That's the end of the window, people. To be fair, you've got people off the wage bill, you've got some loan fees in, as well, but forget all of that superficial stuff, just in terms of making Arsenal stronger or boosting the squad for our push for Europe. Let's not lie, we haven't done that. Let's not lie to ourselves. We haven't done that. So, boy, we're going to have to see, man. Small hope that a deal filters